Welcome to The Next Level, a brand new series on AACPS TV. This is our third episode, and I'm so excited to be here today with two very talented athletes. I'm Katie Holmes. On this show, we feature senior athletes going on to play at the college level. With us today are two female athletes from two of our high schools. These two athletes have played against each other for years and are no strangers to the basketball game. Please welcome senior Cora Schaefer from Crofton High School. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Cora, what sports do you play in high school?
Right now I'm currently playing basketball and our volleyball season just ended. My first 2 years of high school I did track, but because of AAU basketball it was kind of conflicting. So instead of track I went to unified bocce, and we actually recently won our first school's state championship.
Congratulations. Is that the first state championship for Crofton High School in bocce?
Yes, it is.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's talk about some of your track events that you ran when you did play.
I did high jump, and I mainly ran the 200 or like the 2x2 relay.
Okay.
That's pretty much all I did.
That's great.
Yeah.
And then you played volleyball?
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about some volleyball games.
Well, so I was a middle blocker. Our season, we wanted to win a state championship this year. That was our goal, but it got cut short in the state semis, but we had an amazing season. In the state quarterfinals, we beat the #1 seed who was undefeated on their home court, and that was probably like the best volleyball game we've ever played. So I think that game was worth like everything we did the entire season.
Yeah,
so,
that's fantastic. And then let's talk about some basketball games that you're playing now currently.
Mm-hmm.
And you've played for 4 years?
Yeah.
This your
in
fourth?
high school, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
4 years in high school.
Mm-hmm.
You're on varsity.
Mm-hmm.
What position do you play?
I'm pretty much a power forward, but yeah, in high school I feel like I can play a little bit of everything, just whatever I can do to help out my team in whatever position I'm put in to do that. So, yeah.
Out of the sports that you play, which is your favorite sport?
Well, I love basketball and volleyball both equally, but if I had to choose, it'd be basketball because I'm going to college for it. I've been playing it longer. It's just I made more relationships within basketball. Basketball it is.
Yeah, usually athletes have a favorite sport, so
yeah. If I had, it's a tough decision, but if I had to choose, yeah.
Okay. What age did you first get involved in sports?
First in sports, I want to say I was young, like 4 when I started playing like soccer and field hockey. Didn't continue with either of those. Then I think I was around 8 years old when I started basketball and around 12 when I started volleyball, and just grown out of that.
Did you play for what, Crofton youth?
Yeah, Crofton youth sports for both, yeah.
Do you have a favorite memory or a game that you played? It sounds like you just told me.
Yeah, well, that volleyball one is definitely one of my favorites. I guess basketball, I don't know. Last year we definitely had some like really good games that we had like 4 games that any of them I could say was my favorite just because like we were not expected to win that game, and then we did, and we just all celebrated afterwards. So I can't really choose just one game, but any game that's close and that we end up winning is always just amazing, especially for like the celebrations after are always so fun.
Who were some of the schools that you played against those games?
I know South River, Arundel, Bryant, and Severna Park. I think it was all those games that we weren't really supposed to win, but we won.
The underdog came out on top.
Yeah, yeah.
So you are fully committed now to a college, and I'm excited for you to tell us here on The Next Level, where are you going?
I'm going to Salisbury University.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Why did you choose Salisbury?
I chose Salisbury because it just has everything I wanted. I feel like you look at some schools and you're just like, oh, they have a lot of this, but not as much as this, but maybe that can outweigh what they don't have. But Salisbury was just, they had everything, like every aspect of it. I loved the coach, I loved all the girls, and I knew that it'd be like a family once I got there.
A family.
Yeah.
So when did you go out and visit the school?
So I'm in the AVID program with my school, and so we went last spring and just visited as a class. Then I think it was September, I went to a camp, and I really liked it. And then October, I went back for like an overnight visit.
So did it cross your mind on your field trip with Avid? Like,
No,
maybe this is the school for me? It didn't.
Well, I mean, I really liked the school, but I was like, I didn't want to go to school in Maryland at first. I was like, I kind of want to get a little further. But then just like kind of as the summer went on, I was like, I just can't imagine leaving like my home like completely. So just ended up being perfect for me.
Good for you, Cora.
Yeah.
That's really exciting. Talk to me about the recruitment process.
I feel like for a lot of people, it's really stressful, and like it was stressful for me, but I also knew like whatever happens is gonna happen, and like it's meant to be whatever happens. So I wasn't completely stressed about it. I just knew I'd find the school that like clicked for me, and once I did with Salisbury, like it just felt so relaxed. Like before I even committed, I was like, okay, like I'm not stressed anymore. So
right. Who helped you the most through that process?
Probably my dad, definitely. Yeah, he was always telling me like if a school like emailed me or I don't know, just telling me to go through my texts and see who texted me and stuff, and just always told me what to say and like just helped me understood like where I wanted to go too.
Good for you.
Thanks.
Salisbury is a very good accomplishment. I mean,
I'm excited.
It's an amazing college. Do you have any advice for any underclassmen that maybe are struggling with how to manage time and grades and play sports? I mean, you're a multi-sport athlete, so if anybody knows, Cora knows. How did you manage to keep everything together while you were in high school?
I guess just doing your work first, and preferably in school. That always helped me. I usually got all my homework done in school. So while I was in school, I did my work. While I was at sports, I did my sports. While I was at home, I was relaxing. Like while I was with my friends, I was having fun, which is like still important. You have to have all those elements in your life, and I feel like if you balance them all out, you'll be fine. So yeah, just do your work first.
Do your work
It's the biggest piece of advice, yeah.
It's because your 10th grade year was a COVID year for you.
Yeah.
How did you manage to get through that? Because you were not playing sports. Or were you playing sports through that?
Kind of, yeah. So I was in a volleyball league in the fall. Then we had like AAU practices. We weren't playing, but we had practices. And then the following spring there was a volleyball season and a track season. So there was that. I'm gonna say the winter was definitely tough because there wasn't really anything going on besides like a practice every now and then, and also you're doing like your work in your bedroom, which is kind of difficult. But
right.
Yeah, but once that was over, then it was a lot easier to just like do your work when you needed to. And like, yeah.
So you're going to be the first graduating class out of Crofton High School.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
It is.
How does it feel to be that?
It feels cool for that to happen. Growing up, I never really expected to go to Crofton High School. I was always just expecting South River, and like everyone who I've grown up with, like we're all gonna get split up. So for that to happen, for there to be a Crofton High School, and for us to be the first graduating class is just really cool. Like I'm really thankful that we got to have that opportunity.
So your 9th grade year, you went to South River High School?
Yes, did.
Okay. Then 10th grade year was COVID.
Yeah, I mean it was Crofton virtually, but yeah.
Crofton virtually.
Yeah.
And then 11th and 12th grade full-time at Crofton High School.
Yes.
That's exciting. Tell me about your family. You have your mom and dad.
Yeah, I have a younger brother as well. He's a freshman in high school. Yeah, he plays JV basketball, actually.
Okay. And then you have 2 special ladies in your life.
Oh yeah, my grandmas. I love them. Tell
me a memory that you have with your grandmas.
I don't really have one that just stands out. I just know I'm always at the beach with them. That's a big part. And with both of them separately, we always go and see the sunrise. So that's just like a thing we do. We just always do it. It's just our thing.
That's nice. And they're local.
Yeah, they're both pretty local.
Very nice. I'm going to scoot back to academics for a second. Because I know you have a grade point average of a 4.1.
Yes, I do.
You take AP classes?
Yes.
What AP classes do you take?
This year I'm in AP Statistics and AP Lit, which is AP Literature. those are definitely more difficult classes than the past. Last year I took AP Lang and AP Psychology, which I'm going to say was a little bit easier to maintain, but I was also in school the whole day, so it was easier to get all my work done. But yeah.
Because you're on a partial schedule now, being
Yeah.
a senior.
Mhm.
You're also in the AVID program?
Yes.
So is that all 4 years of high school for you that you were in AVID?
Yes, I was also in it in 8th grade as well, so I've been in it for 5 years now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's been a while.
That's a great program.
Yeah, it really is.
And you have a favorite teacher at Crofton High School?
Yeah, if I had to choose, it would be my AVID teacher, Miss Menifee. She also played collegiate sports, which is really cool. She went to Frostburg for lacrosse.
She's a good role model for you.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. In one of your basketball games, I know you had a big scoring game.
Mm-hmm.
How many points did you score in that game?
I think 27.
Wow. Wow. Do you have a favorite coach at Crofton High School?
I can't really just choose one. Like,
Yeah.
I love all my coaches. I feel like they've all taught me so many different things and valuable things, both on and off the court.
Mm-hmm.
And I really can't choose one. I have great bonds with both of my coaches, especially, so.
Yeah. And have they been there the entire time that you've been at Crofton? They've coached you?
Yes, they have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Coaches have a big impact on all athletes.
They do.
They do.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some of your accolades that you have. I know that you were first team All-County in volleyball and basketball,
Mm-hmm.
second team All-County volleyball, second team All-State, 3A, 4A basketball, volleyball. You were the region championships this year and last year.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sports has been an important part of your life.
Yes, it has.
Yes. What do you attribute some of your characters to by playing sports? Like, what are some of the things that you've learned and built your character up by playing sports?
I feel like a big part is that, like, you just kind of learn to enjoy everything. I feel like that's a big part of me is I try to just make the best out of every situation and make sure it's a good situation and to try to enjoy it. And I feel like that goes for sports and that also just goes overall in life. So, yeah.
Good advice. Cora, thank you for being here today. Congratulations on making it to the next level. We wish you the best of luck at Salisbury University.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me.
You're welcome. We will be right back after this short break.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Bedell, and I am proud to be the superintendent of Anne Arundel County Public Schools, a district of 85,000 students and 14,000 dedicated employees. We are on our way to being the best school system in Maryland, and we could use your help to get there. Consider one of these many careers with us. So what are you waiting for? Apply today and help students like these be
AACPS Awesome!
Please welcome senior Amore Porter from Glen Burnie High School. Thank you for being here today, Amore.
Thank you for having me.
Tell me about the sports that you play at Glen Burnie High School.
I played basketball and I played soccer last year for my junior year.
How many years have you played basketball?
I played basketball all 3 years because I didn't get to play my sophomore year because of COVID.
And soccer, you played your 11th grade year?
Yes, I played soccer my 11th grade year to get in good conditioning for basketball.
What age did you first get involved in sports?
5. I first started playing soccer and then I played t-ball and then I finally got into basketball about probably when I was 6, even though I was handling the ball pretty well at 5. But my mom wanted to try me in t-ball because she also played softball at the collegiate level. So
She did.
she played at Claflin and she won a ring.
Oh, good for her. Congratulations, Mom. But you stuck with basketball.
Yes, I did.
You did.
Yeah.
Tell me about, what position do you play?
I'm a combo guard, so I play point guard and shooting guard, but I can also go in the post if you need me to.
You are a stud. I've seen you play, so I know that there's nothing that you can't do on the court. Tell me about one of your favorite memories that you have playing basketball in high school.
I don't have a particular memory that really just like points out to me, but when we first beat Old Mill, my teammates wanted to beat them because they had previously been at the school, which they've graduated now. And one of the people was Mallory. She wanted to beat Old Mill before she left high school, before she graduated. And the day that we beat them, the joy on their faces just made me like, I was just cheesing real hard because I just felt so happy for them. That's probably one of my best memories.
Sounds like a great memory. Let's talk about academics. At Glen Burnie High School, what programs are you in at Glen Burnie High School?
I'm in the BEMA program, which is the Biomedical Allied Health program. It's one of the programs that kind of make us a little different from other schools because other schools have like IB and STEM, whereas our program is BEMA, which is a program where we focus more on the health science part of academics. So if you want it to be like a doctor, anything along those lines, it's a good program. Like, and there's different parts of the program you can be in. Like, for example, I'm in aging and wellness. There's bioscience, there's public international health, engineering, and there's a tech part of it. I'm in aging and wellness. So.
Is it a 4-year program?
It is. It's a 4-year program. I mean, you can drop out if you would like to, but I don't recommend it because I think it really helps with your time management, and I think it really shows how it's going to be in college. So I think it's very cool.
Yes, I would agree with you. Stay in it for 4 years. What are some of your interests that you have outside of sports, outside of academics?
I'm really intrigued with learning about the body. That's why when I go to college, I'm going to major in kinesiology, the movement, the study of the body. But I'm also like a writer. I like to write poetry. I find it really therapeutic when I'm off the floor.
I agree with you. I like to write poetry too. We do have that in common. You told me that you had offers to go to a private school, or you could have gone to a private school, but you chose to stay at Glen Burnie. Why?
My dad asked me when I was a freshman why I wanted to go to Glen Burnie, and I told him I wanted to bring the program up. I'm tired of people just walking over Glen Burnie, so that was my biggest goal.
It really was heartfelt when you told me that you wanted to change the culture and you wanted everyone to know that Glen Burnie was an amazing school, and it is.
Yeah, I want to change the culture, yeah.
And you're actually, your family's in the military, so you've traveled a lot.
Yes, I have.
Where have you been? I know that you've said 4.5 years that you've been here for 4.5 years, but prior to that, where were you?
I was in Alaska for 4, Georgia for 4, Alabama and North Carolina. Kind of fluctuates. I don't know a specific date because I was a little bit younger then. But those are the places I've been stationed at, but I've traveled a lot of the states here in this country.
Yeah, that's very nice. So let's go back to your basketball.
Okay.
You have a lot of accolades that I would love for you to share with our viewers. Tell me about some of them. I'll start you out. Let me start you out. Freshman year, first team all-county, first team private public. I mean, keep going. Help me out here. You have a lot.
I was 3rd team all Metro, which is Virginia, Maryland, and DC. And then I was Capital Gazette Player of the Year my junior year, first team my freshman and junior year. Yeah, I mean, I have a couple more, but that's okay.
Here's the big one. Are you excited to reach 1,000 points?
I am. I'm very excited, but my goal this year is to win state, so I'm going to keep that. That's my first thing I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. So to the viewers that don't know, though, you're probably going to reach over 1,000 points scored in basketball, and you didn't even have a sophomore year.
Yes, I will probably reach 1,000 very soon without a sophomore year. But like I said, I'm focused on states. I don't want the points to get in the way of what my team is doing, what we're trying to build here. So, yeah.
So let's talk about your coach, who also happens to be your dad, Coach Porter. Has he coached you for all 4 years at Glen Burnie?
No, he didn't coach me my freshman year. Coach Mason did, which is at Crofton right now.
Coaching Cora, who was just on the show, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And you and Cora played basketball together.
We played AAU together, Maryland Lady Shooting Stars, last year and this year. So we kind of have some chemistry, some.
Yeah, good little
there.
bond
Yeah.
there. Even though you're at two different high schools,
Yeah.
you still, Now, let's talk about where you're going to play at the next level.
I'm going to California State University, Bakersfield.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's exciting. How did you pick that school?
Well, they contacted me during AAU, and I was looking in to make sure they had my programs, because that was one of the biggest things I looked for in a program, was making sure they had the major that I wanted to major in, and if it was diverse or not. I didn't want to go to a school with a particular ethnicity there. I wanted to go where there's like multiple cultures, all that sorts of stuff. So that also checked the box. And the coach, he was just great. He's great. Coach McCall, he's great.
What do you want to major in?
Kinesiology.
Let's talk about the recruitment process. Was it difficult? Was it easy?
For me, it was really stressful. I knew I wanted to play basketball at a high level, but I didn't know where or when it was going to happen. It was really stressful for me, like really stressful. I think because I'm really hard on myself. So I'm like, I know I should be getting this certain offer. I know I should be getting this certain attention, but I wasn't getting it. So yeah, it was pretty stressful. But with writing, it helped me control some of that emotion I had and just put it out on the paper. So, and I knew that, I was going to end up where I needed to be because, God always has a plan.
Absolutely. Who helped you through that process?
My mom. She kind of carried me through the whole process because she did a lot of research. She listened to a lot of podcasts about the recruiting process because we didn't know about this certain stuff. Like in Alaska, we didn't know about this whole process.
So you might want to tell your mom, thank you on camera. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Let's talk about your favorite teacher. When I came out and I interviewed you and I asked you about one of your teachers, you had so many nice things to say about this teacher. Who is your favorite teacher at Glen Burnie High School?
Mr. Kress. He's a physics teacher. He's just great. He's amazing. Like the days that I just didn't have my best days, he would come talk to me, calm me down. We talked through the whole process because he also played a sport. He played soccer and he went through an injury too. The injury was really tough on me and he just really worked me through it.
Thank you, Mr. Kress.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Kress.
Do you have any advice for, say, an underclassman that's just starting out playing sports, playing games, time on the field, academics? I mean, to be an athlete is a grind. That's one thing that I always say. And it takes another athlete to always pull up an athlete that's maybe struggling. Do you have any advice to give to an underclassman?
I would tell them to just keep working hard. The work pays off. Don't stress, don't worry. It's gonna all work out. Like just keep, as long as you put that work in, especially the unseen hours, those are the most important hours. Not when you're in practice and everybody can see you. The times where you don't want to work hard, those are the times where you got to really dig deep and be better. So like you said, the grind, it's a grind. Yeah, it sucks, but it will pay off.
It will. I like what you said, the unseen hours. I like that. Who is your biggest supporter?
I would say my oldest brother, Savion. He was really tough on me. I mean, my whole family is pretty tough, but he was the toughest on me. And I didn't understand why when I was younger, but now I definitely understand. Like he'll be pushing me, he'll be always wanting to 1v1 me, and I'm like, you're just gonna beat me every time. But it's really like brought the character into me, like that tough grind, competitive. I would say my oldest brother.
Nice. Well, thank you for being here with me today, Amore.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to know you. It's a pleasure to see you the rest of the season grow. I've been able to catch one of your games. And congratulations and good luck at the university.
Thank you.
Thank you. Stay with us because after this short break, I'm going to have both Amore and Cora here with me on the set. I have something special planned for all of you. Welcome back to The Next Level. I rarely find that two athletes in the same show have the same sports idol. Kobe Bryant is a legend, and we are going to play a Kobe Bryant trivia game. Both athletes will have a buzzer to hit if they know the answer to the Kobe question. Let's root them on and let's get started. Ladies, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, first question. Where was Kobe Bryant born?
Glen Burnie High School.
Amore?
Pennsylvania.
Correct. Correct.
I didn't even press. I was like, I don't know.
Second question. How tall is Kobe Bryant?
Crofton High School.
Cora?
6'6".
Correct.
Okay.
Third question. How many Olympic gold medals did Kobe Bryant win?
Glen Burnie High School.
Ooh, Cora?
2.
That is correct. Two gold medals. What is Kobe Bryant's middle name?
Glen Burnie High School.
Bean.
My dad literally.
That is correct. What team chose him with the 13th pick of the 1996 draft?
Glen Burnie High School.
The Hornets.
Correct. What was Kobe Bryant's nickname in the NBA?
Glen Burnie High School.
Black Mamba.
Correct. What's the most points he scored in a single game?
Crofton High School.
81.
Good job. How many years did Kobe Bryant play in the NBA?
Crofton High School.
20?
Correct. Good job. Now,
Just throwing something out there.
for a tiebreaker. Who was the head coach of the Lakers during all 5 of Kobe's championship runs?
Glen Burnie High School.
Was his first name Phil?
Correct.
Hey, she did not say his last name.
Phil, do you have a last name?
I know it was Phil. Phil something.
Coach Phil.
Yep, Coach Phil.
Good job. I'm really proud of you guys. Thank you for playing the Kobe quiz. I love that both of you kind of went back and forth a little bit, like both of you did. Thank you, Amore and Cora, for being here today and sharing your story. We congratulate you on getting to the next level and wish you the best. If you want to see Cora and Amore play each other, Crofton versus Glen Burnie varsity girls basketball game is on Friday, January 13th at 5 o'clock at Crofton High School. I like to close our show with a quote from an inspiring athlete. No matter how difficult the challenge is, always stay positive and believe in yourself, said the great Kobe Bryant. I would like to thank you for joining us on The Next Level. I'm Katie Holmes, and hope that you will join us next time as we highlight more athletes and share their stories with you on The Next Level.